In Metal Gear Online, few weapons inspire as much debate as the shotgun. It is often dismissed as low skill or cowardly. Its reputation comes largely from its ability to lock opponents down with devastating close range potential, stun locking those on the receiving end, and the experience can be incredibly frustrating. But this power comes with clear limitations. Outside of close quarters, it struggles heavily against weapons built for mid to long range engagements. Success of it is built purely on your patience, positioning, and deep understanding of map knowledge. You can't rely on precision or headshots. And in a game where fast reactions and aggressive play often become the center stage, choosing a shotgun means embracing a slower, more deliberate playstyle. It requires leaving ego behind and accepting that not every match is defined by a high kill count. Yet in the hands of a patient player, the shotgun becomes more than a close range weapon. It becomes a tool for controlling a defensive position, becoming an anchor capable of holding ground, disrupting enemy pushes and turning key moments in a team's favour. Whether attacking or defending, I find that applying real-world close quarters battle principles is remarkably effective. Moving deliberately between cover and only taking fights within the shotgun's effective range minimises its weaknesses, while maximising the strengths of the weapon. Techniques like slicing the pie, clearing angles one at a time are especially effective with shotgun. Doorways and tight corners become natural choke points where enemies are at their most vulnerable. Even a partial hit from a quick blast can deal significant damage and stagger an opponent, forcing them to recover and making it harder for them to land headshots on you. Rather than relying on speed or mechanical aim, the shotgun rewards careful movement, disciplined position, and controlling the terms of every engagement. This makes it incredibly effective at defending locations and, in some cases, assaulting locations or ambushing players who are out of position. The M870 custom shotgun firing speed is heavily affected by the shotgun weapon skill. If you intend to use the M870 custom, it's heavily recommended to use level 2 or level 3 of the weapon skill. There are other ways to speed up the firing animation. You can roll after firing to skip the pump animation, and you can roll in any direction. Additionally, you can also cancel the shoot animation by saluting and cancelling salute with a box animation. You can also cancel the firing by pressing CQC, which has additional utility allowing you to use an auto aim shot to stagger, CQC to stagger, and then auto aiming again. You cannot go wrong with either shotgun level 1, level 2 or level 3. Because it increases the firing speed, it is simply a very useful skill. You can play without it, but it will become exponentially more difficult. If you are going to play with animation cancelling, you can still play with shotgun level 1 for a higher reload speed and for opportunities where you may not want to animation cancel. One of the most important skills using shotgun is the runner skill, because closing the gap to get closer to the enemy into your effective range is extremely important. Levels 1 or 2 are most likely used. You can play with level 3, but this is a lot of skill points. As many clips from this video have demonstrated, if you stagger an enemy with auto aim and then perform the CQC action on them, you can perform a full knockout using CQC free. This is extremely effective and one of the more useful ways to use CQC because it makes closing that gap even easier because you can do so with the shotgun auto aim. If you are going to equip CQC level 3, you could potentially also carry Scanner. If you do see an opportunity to go for a scan instead of anything else, it could be helpful to have the option to do so. Because you are in close range, Blades level 1 has niche uses, as you can knock an enemy over and then stun them with blades. This is extremely useful for people who are already proficient in using blades. If you're going to use choke points of claymores for a lot of the match, you could potentially use Trickster, as it's only one slot for level 3. SOP Stealth level 2 being one slot and making yourself invisible to elocators can help to ambush if you happen to know players in your team like using elocators or modes such as rescue. While incredibly niche, you could potentially use toughness level 2 to stop yourself from being knocked over by people rolling when you're crouched, and stopping people from staggering you to try and stop you from firing your gun. I wouldn't personally use this, but I have seen other people use it with shotguns. You can never go wrong with grenades in Metal Gear Online 2. You can use them to clear objectives or to breach and clear. You can theoretically use stun grenades to throw into your position and then follow it to breach a position. However, this is mainly the same use you would use a grenade, and most players would rather have access to grenades instead of stun grenades. E-locators are incredibly useful with a shotgun. Because you can use an e-locator to identify where an enemy is, it allows you to ambush them really easily. It also has utility within the team because a shotgun costs less DP than an assault rifle. Claymores are also very effective when using shotguns because it just allows you to be that more defensive, and if an enemy walks onto one, you only need one shot to finish them. Similar to claymores, SG mines are just incredibly effective and the best trap in the game. That being said, magazines are also effective whenever you don't have enough DP for either a claymore or an SG mine.